Facebook. There's the stream, 3 viewers. Expand that. Get the full screen and should be good to go. Just that 10:30 transition the screens and then it'll transition over here too. So it's a little easier when we don't use Zoom.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Good.
Good. Hi, guys.
Thank you.
How are ya? Hanging in there.
Okay.
How you doing with your diabetes? Morning.
Morning.
Good?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Everything under control now,
Good.
right?
Morning.
Let's not talk about it, right?
I thought Peggy Sue.
I was just gonna say that.
Leave it at that. There you go. Thank you. Good morning.
I can't believe it.
Exactly the same way as Margie.
Huh?
Exactly the same way as Margie. Just dropped over.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Because I saw her out walking recently, you know.
Oh, God, yeah. 2 days ago, I
I
saw her.
mean, we just talked about her. And
Yep.
can you believe it? Oh, you look great.
And Jean and Joan will be blessed with
Huh?
her. Jean and Joan O'Donnell will be blessed with her because Peggy Sue took them everywhere.
No
She'd take
kidding.
them. She'd take them food shopping every week. Took them to the hairdresser. Got
To
their
the
nails
nails,
done.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Hi. Good morning.
I just
How are
saw
you?
her walking.
Well, how are
last
you?
week.
Good.
You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Nothing.
Oh, I can't
Good
believe
morning.
it. Hi, how are you?
Nothing wrong. But if you remember, that's exactly how Margie went.
Wow.
Margie was putting stuff away in her kitchen.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, after the boys went up to the Legion.
And this is the same scenario.
Wow.
She dropped over in the
Wow,
house.
wow, so scary.
Because I guess it came through the scanner that Sherry said she blacked out. You know, the woman blacked out and
Wow,
needed help. But
wow, scary.
Yeah,
Isn't
it
it
is.
funny how we were talking about?
yeah, we just talked about her 2 days
I
ago.
know, yeah. We will go on with the meeting,
Yeah, not a problem.
yeah. We'll have to think of someone, you know.
We'll wait until we'll wait until the obituary comes out.
Yeah, yeah, oh God. It's something, isn't it?
But Billy McGinley texted me and he said Deborah's gonna be up in a day or two.
Yeah, yeah, and Michael, I
I
imagine.
would imagine.
Yeah. Wow, wow, wow. What a shocker.
Yipper, you just never know.
You know, and how.
I mean, you could be as health conscious
here today,
as,
God.
yeah.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Sure.
enjoy doing it.
Good, good, I can tell you do.
Yeah.
How are you today?
No, you're fine. You're fine. No, I just don't want to be in anyone's way.
Hi, how are you, Edie?
I'm doing fine, how are you?
Doing extremely well, thank you. Good to see you. You too.
I don't think I'll trade places today, I'm comfortable right where I'm at.
How's it going?
Good, good. How was your conference?
Very nice, very good. You know, had a lot of rain when we were home Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna leave Jeff White's like Tuesday night. And I said, I don't think I wanna drive 4 hours in the night in the rain, right? So I said, well, we leave Wednesday morning, so I missed 2 sessions Wednesday morning, they recorded.
Hi, how are you?
But I think we left early in the evening, because the rain was getting worse.
Just deteriorated. You ended up doing exactly what you prevented Sarah from doing. You know, the storm that you just moved into.
Right, right. So we had, instead of 4 hours, it was 5, because there was accidents on 78. So we had
I know.
to do
Well, then she'll
before-
have you come up there.
I mean,
So how long did it take you to
Actually,
find?
no, because
and of course, the further we got home, the heavier the rain got.
so I'm talking to the 3 hours.
So we were like, well, of course I go. I mean, I could have had to choose, I don't want to drive in the rain.
Sorry. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. Good morning.
Yeah. Anyway,
She's tiny. For the, okay. Okay.
Do you have enough of your agendas to hand out or not?
Right?
Did Lisa say anything about your agendas?
She just asked me to hand it to Mark.
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think she gives you guys the agenda for salary board or election.
Well, we have
Oh,
that.
so this is your agenda. I have a couple of options.
Oh, thank you. I do have
That's fine, yes.
They were due the.
You're welcome. We will make copies anyway. I don't think they're coming. They would have been there by now.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
They.
Do you want the lesson board? Agenda? Lesson board agenda?
I,
This is election board agenda. Would you like one?
oh yeah.
I gotta get you.
I'm gonna skip out the election.
Okay, no, but I gotta get you an agenda. Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna do that meeting.
And Ron, Lisa mentioned before you contacted anything, or did you need it?
No, I have a copy of it, and the thing that changed from the draft that was advertised, is the addition of the word church. When I read that, it sounded like the commissioners approved it at a board meeting on August 5th. We did have a meeting on August 5th. So, yeah, so I have to insert the word church to show that it was a church that took action on August 5th. Because August 5th, we didn't have any,
Oh,
canceled
yeah.
because they were out.
Right, right, right. Oh, so they're moving it. Does it do it in one of the restaurants?
Billy's is up on the heights.
Oh, okay, so they're
Next
moving
to the
it.
magistrate, so now it's going down to
Moving out of
Street
there.
across from St.
Okay,
Mark's.
okay, gotcha. Okay.
Which is really nice now. It seems to be a weekly thing.
I've seen the name, I haven't gotten up to meet you yet, but pleasure. And by the time of the general election, you'll be back in the new building, right? That's the plan?
Right, yes.
Provided we get you a telephone. The telephone seems to be the big hang-up, right, Rocky?
I'm gonna get a bunch of cups and strings.
I'm gonna miss making commissioners' eyes roll. It's what I do.
I told you, you're on retainer. You're gonna be here forever. don't think you're gonna get away from me, Ron, we're gonna hunt you down.
Hello, sir.
Ellie, 15 second session, are we approving one treasurer's report or two?
And they was gonna send them over there, like city something, but not get them.
Because we had one that ended on August 31st, and we had one that ended last Friday. So you're doing the one that ends the 31st of August? Okay, so next week you'll have to.
He said he has them, he said he has them in the
All right,
office, so.
just wanted to make sure where we
Oh,
were.
okay, so I called the office, but I think they're doing it home. Okay, great, if you could bring them, so I'd be
Yeah.
great. Thank you.
Did you approve two of them last week?
Hey.
Yeah. I did it last week.
I know you did two last week, treasurer's reports.
We'll get one. Yeah. Actually, there's two to be approved today. There's two treasurer's reports to be approved today. One that would have ended August 31st, for end of the month, showing interest posting, and the other one, as of Friday, the third.
Not unless she wants to amend it.
You know, well, we don't even have a copy of the other one.
Oh, okay. Okay, well then just,
We'll just save that for next week,
that's fine, yep.
okay?
And she's sitting back there.
Yeah, I guess I should probably make a comment, let them know where they stand. Right, that's a great point, I didn't even. I'm gonna write that into my comment here, just to get things going, you know?
Well, then we'll move that to the photo, we're gonna make sure we don't miss that. We gave her 15 minutes, tell her, keep it 15 minutes or less.
For me, it's just been a privilege to know.
Yeah.
Now call the meeting of Carbon County Board of Commissioners to order. Please rise for a moment of silence, prayer, and the Pledge of Allegiance.
Father, bless this meeting today, all those present, as well as the lives of those we will encounter afterwards. I pray for those who are ill, that you will heal them. I pray for those affected by the flooding and fires across the United States, that you will mend them. I pray for the lives lost within our military, that you will never forget them and help all through the painful memories. While it is foolish to worry about tomorrow, it is wise to prepare our thoughts and emotions for the next day. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
These proceedings are being recorded for the sole purpose of constituting the accuracy of written minutes. Tapes are reused, eliminating recorded records of these proceedings. Approval of the minutes of the previous meeting held September 2nd, 2021.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes, are there any guests concerning county business at this time? Hearing none, we'll move on.
Next item is a presentation. Mr. Tom Gerhard on behalf of Congressman Muser.
Tom?
Good morning, everyone. I am here today representing Congressman Dan Muser. I have with me a congressional record that I will be presenting to your County Administrator, Ellie Arner. I've been trying to attend the Commissioners' meeting for the last several weeks, but because of my schedule, I was unable to do so, but I am honored to be here today. I would like to thank the Board of Commissioners for nominating Ellie for County Administrator of the Year, not only to be nominated, but to be recognized by CCAP as a remarkable accomplishment. I think the award speaks volumes about the kind of person Ellie is. Don't cry, Ellie. She is a leader.
Too late.
She leads by example. She is dedicated, hardworking, and devoted to her job. Over 40 years in county government is incredible. The knowledge, the expertise, and the wisdom Ellie has is second to none. I am proud of the work that you do, the work that you will continue to do, and most importantly, I am proud to call you a great friend. At this time, I'm going to read part of the congressional record as I feel it is fitting. Madam Speaker, it is with great admiration that I rise today to recognize and congratulate Carbon County's Chief Clerk, County Administrator, Eloise Ellie Arner, for being recognized by the County Commissioners Association of Pennsylvania as the County Administrator of the Year. Even with all her experience and expertise in county government, Ellie Arner continues to strive to improve and further her capabilities of serving Carbon County. Just recently, Mrs. Arner completed the National Association of Counties High Performance Leadership Academy, all while assisting and guiding the county and its services throughout the unprecedented challenges in responding to the COVID-19 pandemic. Mrs. Arner is unequivocally the continuity in county government, and all leaders in this organization lean on her 4 decades of knowledge. On behalf of the U.S. House of Representatives and the citizens of the Pennsylvania's 9th Congressional District, I ask my colleagues to join me in congratulating Eloise Arner for being recognized by the County Commissioners Association of Pennsylvania as the Administrator of the Year. I wish Ellie many more years of success and service to the community. Ellie, on behalf of Congressman Dan Muser and myself, we congratulate you on a job well done.
Okay, any words?
Thank you. Very humbling experience.
Okay,
Thank you, Tommy.
thank you. Thank this Congressman for us. Okay. You okay, or you want me to do this?
Moving on, the next item is the report of executive sessions held.
There were none.
Department reports, the budget transfers.
Move to accept.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Supplemental appropriations.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Expenditures, approval of check numbers 223, 239 through 223, 355 for expenditures to the general fund clearing account totaling $1,238,712.44.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Next item is the treasurer's report.
Move to accept.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Ron, did you want to bring this up? Would you like to bring this next item up?
If you'd like me to, sure. So the next item on the agenda is for approval. Request received from myself to renew the county depository for Mock Chunk Trust Company. It is a letter of credit from FHLB as collateral for our deposits. And it is allowed under Act 72, and it needs to be updated annually. What it is, in place of pledged securities by the bank, Act 72 allows them to give us a letter of credit. Basically, it's a lien, basically, against their borrowing capacity with the Federal Home Loan Bank of Pittsburgh, up to an amount of $15 million. Now, presently, we have a balance on deposit with Mock Chunk Trust amongst all the funds of about $50 million. So the $15 million line of credit would account for approximately 30% of our deposits. I wouldn't want to take it much more than that, because as we draw down throughout the rest of the course of the year, that 30% will move up towards closer to 40. And you certainly don't want to go into the 50 range. So I think $15 million is adequate.
Motion.
Have a second?
I don't believe it was read. Was the motion read?
No, I just spoke on it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. For approval, the request received from the county treasurer for renewal of the county depository Mock Chunk Trust Company, FHLB letter of credit as collateral of county funds as allowed by Act 72. Collateral will be updated annually.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes. Okay, at this time, we'll recess our weekly meeting of the commissioners. You ready? Excuse me. At this time, we'll call the order the salary board meeting, the recessed salary, no, this is the, I get confused, there's so many recessed and continued, the regular meeting of the salary board. Okay, are there any guests concerning county business at this time? Any guests?
How are you today?
Good.
I'm Jean Pepe. I'm the Register of Wills, Clerk of Orphans Court. I'm here to speak about the current proposal that the Clerk of Courts has on here for the first deputy. Now, I want to first off state this has absolutely nothing to do with the employee herself, which is an outstanding employee. I'll not say anything about that. What my concern is the salary and the grades that we are authorizing. So when it was the executive board meeting, originally at the beginning of the year, there was a huge percentage requested. One was granted at a much higher rate of 6%, which I guess landed her at $19.46 per hour. Now, every time I've presented, asking, requesting a little bit more above the normal pay increase, I always get told this flat statement: if we give to one, we must give to all. We don't have the money to do that, so we cannot approve it. My staff has been, my first deputy now has been in my office for 12 years. She took the position, and she started out at $17 an hour, which I think is just not right. I requested her at $18.46 an hour, and I was denied that. So I feel if you're gonna do for one, like you state, you're gonna do for all. So going forward, I feel my first deputy is definitely worth the $19.46. I know someone will say, oh, our office is so much more busier. Well, that's why you have a staff of 10 and I have a staff of 3. Every office has legal obligations. If my staff does not do it right, we would be sued. If we do a probate wrong, an adoption wrong, marriage license is wrong, we would get sued, just like every other office in the court system. All our employees here work very hard. They're all deserving of more money. Granted, everybody is, but it's on the taxpayer's back. So we have to always be fiscally sound on who we're asking to pay for this. So all I would request for you is to really consider this upgrade.
Could you clarify your pronoun you? Used it 3 times. To give to one, we have to give to another. Who is the you you're referring to? Is it in the singular, the plural?
The plural, the commissioners.
Well, you do not speak for me, Mrs. Pay. I've never said that because I am merit-based when it comes to salary increases. So you may be referring to my colleagues, so I'd ask that you correct the record.
Okay, well, you stated that nobody was entitled to a 3%.
No one
Nobody
was
was entitled
entitled,
to a 3%.
no one
So
is
nobody in this county
entitled to
was-
across the board that exceeds the rate of inflation, the CPI-U.
That's
That
correct.
is correct.
Yes. So my point is you denied everyone's pay, everyone 3%, but then you grant, what,
20%.
20% increase. So you feel one employee throughout this whole entire county was worth the 20% versus everybody who works here was not, worth the 3%.
County government raises should be based upon merit.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how you vote.
That's what I am talking about. I vote on merit. I
So
believe in
nobody this county-
meritocracy,
So nobody in this county was worth 3%, except for one employee was worth 20%.
except for those individuals who were merit-based.
Again,
Across the board,
you
across the
voted no
board
to
pay
all
increases,
employees.
no.
Yes, you did.
Yes, I
You-
did, that's
okay.
right.
But
Across
one
the board
employee was worth
increases, I do not
20%,
believe in.
And the rest of the employees weren't even worth 3. So no employee here in this county does a good job in your eyes to get 3% increase. You voted no to every employee.
Absolutely,
employee.
absolutely.
And
And I'll
one employee
continue,
was worth 20%.
and I'll continue to vote against across-the-board pay raises.
Okay.
It's a philosophical position, it's about meritocracy, right? You get
No, it's not right.
compensated based upon merit beyond the rate of inflation, absolutely.
Okay, but no employee was worth even a 3%. Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
Are there any other guests concerning county business? Kayla Semmel?
Good morning. I'm Kayla Semmel. I'm prothonotary here in Carbon County. I just wrote up a little statement that I would like to read before the board today. After a mutual decision in April of 2020 to have our long-term second deputy retire early rather than have her furloughed, we promoted an employee of over 5 years experience within our office to that position. And when I say experience, I mean working within that office. Of course, she has other work experience. For over a year, she was being cross-trained and taking on the role of a second deputy prior to her official appointment to that position. Due to the change in status and after an employee evaluation, I asked the Board of Commissioners for a $2.17 pay increase due to the significant change of responsibilities, which now included her as a supervisor within the office. My proposal was immediately declined and that employee was given $1.05 more an hour to take on a laundry list of additional responsibilities. In January 2021, the employee in the Clerk of Court's office received a $1.12 increase after Tyra requested $21.90, which was a 20% increase. It was unrealistic then, and it's unrealistic today. There was no change in status for the employee in question, nor a promotion. 9 months later, and the office holder is here yet again seeking another increase for the same employee. It is not within the county's means to provide such drastic pay increases to every single deserving county employee. All of our offices have employees who worked through the pandemic, show up early and leave late just to get their jobs done. When this employee took this position in the county, she knew how county government works and how leave raises were allotted. It is for this reason that I asked the board to decline the request today. Thank you.
Are there any other guests concerning salary board business? Donna?
I just have a question on behalf of the taxpayers, which includes myself and the residents of Carbon County, is why is there a need for an emergency 12% pay raise at this time? Like, why isn't this held off for normal annual budget time? Would there be a specific reason for
I
this
would direct
emergency
that to
12%?
the, Ms. Boney.
To me now, or do you want me to state?
Look, I think it's a simple, a row officer has an opportunity at any time to request an agenda item. That agenda item was approved to be on the agenda.
At the request of that office
Row
holder.
officer, yeah.
Okay.
Can the officer answer the question? Would she be allowed to do that now? Would Tyra be allowed to answer the question?
Oh, well,
When I speak, I'll clarify it for you.
Okay. Any other guests concerning salary board?
My name's Karen Sweeney, and I am the person that everybody has been talking about. Sorry. So I came to Carbon County with 20 years' experience working for Orange County Clerk of Courts in Florida, doing exactly what I'm doing here, but at a much higher level. I understand that pay cannot be matched, obviously, from Florida to here. However, when I was hired by Bill McGinley, I was told at the time that there would be a motion to the salary board for me to start at a higher pay because of my experience. Unfortunately, we all know what happened with Mr. McGinley, and Julie Harris ultimately was the person that hired me. Julie had also had that same conversation with me. She actually sent me to HR to get the information for her because she wasn't sure how to go about asking for a pay increase based on my years of experience. Unfortunately, that was never followed through. Shortly after, Fran Heaney became our clerk of courts, and she too went to HR to have that conversation on how she would motion the commissioners for a pay increase based on my experience. All of this can be obviously verified with HR. And then when Tyra came in, I had that same conversation with her because I feel like I've kind of been, excuse me, pushed to the wayside, if you will. From the day I started in the clerk of court's office, I needed very little training. I was able to come in and do my job from day one. My increase in January of this year was because I took on another responsibility in the office when the director of collections position was abolished. I got those responsibilities given to me. So I got a 6% pay increase in January for that. I am simply here to ask for what is really right for me, because I do see employees getting hired. We just had 2 new employees hired at a much higher rate than the starting rate. And I understand that with years of experience in an office and the pay structure the way it is in the county, I totally understand that. But at the same time, what's fair for one is fair for the other. If people are getting hired at a higher rate because of their experience and I've received nothing, it's right to come in and ask for that same increase. I have copies of my resume if anybody'd like to see them, to just show what my skill level is. And again, you can have a conversation with anybody in the courts. I've been able to do my job well from the first day that I walked into that office. And right now, we have a staff of 4 employees. 1 is in collections, and we have, 5 employees. We have 2 employees who have been here less than 2 years, and we have 1 that's been here less than 2 months. Unfortunately, it takes time to train a new employee in that office. So coming in at a lower rate with no experience is different than someone coming in with 20 years of experience and being promised that from day one. And that's all I have to say. Does anybody want to see a copy of my resume?
just want to point one thing out. That promise that you had was never brought to the salary board, and I think Mr. Gerhart can vouch for that, since he is the only other one here that was here at the time.
Absolutely, and I know that it never made it to the salary board.
We all know that the salaries are low here in the county, and it's very difficult to make a move such as this at this particular time, especially since we are now in a salary study. It is going to be some time until that will be completed. There's going to be winners, there's going to be losers. There's other people in this county that are well deserving of huge raises. I'll give you one prime example of children and youth, where that person has about 29, I think it is now, employees, and you have another department head with maybe 6 employees making what, close to $15,000, $20,000 more in that office. So we have some serious issues that we have to address here. You know, it's difficult position for all of us to be in here as a salary board. We are working towards trying to make it fair. We have been behind the 8 ball in competitiveness with surrounding counties, and mainly that's because they have the resources. We're a small 6th-class county surrounded by all 5th-class counties, more than twice the size of us, and have better resources. But again, like it was brought out today, we have to answer the taxpayers. We have many issues going on, as everyone knows. The space needs, children and youth, let me go back to that one. We've been battling with the state on issues there. We have had to hire, 6 already this year? And we're looking at another 10 employees just to keep up with those caseloads next year. So we've, space needs, we're doing what we can, like I have said before in many of the meetings, and most of you were not there. We've been trying to address that space needs for 15 years. We tried a couple different projects. They always wanted too much money for the property, trying to keep the most of the offices centrally located, and that's not going to happen anymore. So we are looking at some serious expenditures within the next couple of years in just office and salaries. Hopefully the salary study will be done, might be done by the end of the year, but I can probably guarantee you that it's not going to happen come January 1st until we really get a chance to review the study and digest it and how we're going to handle it. It's not going to be easy. So, okay. Any other guests? Mr. Sheehan?
Yeah, just for clarification, because when my longtime first deputy had left back in 2019, I came to the salary board and asked for my second deputy to be placed in acting first deputy mode. And at that time, Karen was with me about 14 years, I believe. Karen Yike. And she moved from a 7I, 1589 per hour, to a S5C, bringing her to 1728, which was an annual increase of about $2,500. She should have been placed much farther down in the grid based on her years of experience. However, the commissioners at that time did not want to do that because it would be a runaway train of disparity between first deputies. I don't know enough about the clerk of court's office to make any judgments. However, a mid-year increase without any substantial justification just doesn't make any sense to me. This is a perfect example of why you need to go through the salary administration process. And I'll leave it at that, because it is not being implemented fairly across the board.
Correct.
Okay.
I agree. Any other salary board guests? Hearing, yes. Ms. Boney?
I would like to make a statement on my behalf and my office's behalf. I'd like to take you back to January 2020, when I approached the salary board with a proposal, a business plan, if you will. Some may view that this county is not a business. It is a business. You have expenses and you have revenue. In this office, you have a staff, an educated staff that is not being recognized because of what everyone seems to have a concern with. It's gonna snowball, it's gonna this, it's gonna that. This office has been under major changes since 2020, when this individual was asked to take on responsibilities of not her job, but also another job, when the board had abolished that position. She's been doing it exceptionally well with that. Her 6% increase did not justify the amount of duties and responsibilities that she has to incur on a daily basis. Some of those duties are allocated between myself and my collections coordinator as well. However, it still is a lot on one person. She's stepped up to the plate. She's done exceptional with everything she has done. As far as Ronnie's comment being a train wreck, as far as it going across everyone's opinion, they're entitled to their opinions. This county has a serious problem with retaining key employees and educated employees because they're not willing to pay. This office, whether I'm here next year or not, has very little experience. And if you're not willing to put your money and the taxpayers' money behind someone who is worthy of those increases, we're in big trouble in this county. You have this problem in the sheriff's department, in probation, in children and youth, in the jail, my office, because you're not willing to see and recognize the importance of paying individuals that will be an asset to this county to keeping those individuals in this county. I ask that you consider my proposal today, and if we need to go through negotiations, I will continue to go through negotiations. I will continue to fight for my employees at the same savings of the taxpayers. In January, I had a savings of over $17,000 at one point with the proposed increases. That didn't go through. I would not propose anything in my office that will cost the taxpayers money. I'm for saving the taxpayers money, and I continue to stand by that word.
Let me point one thing out. A fact that, the statement you just made, that you requested to have that position eliminated in your annual budget request. You had come to me prior pushing for a huge increase, implying that if you got those pay increases for your employees, you would eliminate that position. But when it came time for that board meeting, the annual salary board meeting, is when you changed your mind because you did not get the raises, so you pulled that elimination of that position off, or the abolishment of that position off the agenda at that meeting because you did not get the pay raises. I felt as if I was being blackmailed. If I give raises, you'll eliminate one. And that board, at the time, voted to eliminate the position at your request.
If I can take you back to that closed door meeting, that meeting was discussed that if the proposals that I was proposing were in fact granted, I would abolish that position. I would not bestow the duties and responsibilities of a director's position on employees in my office for 6%. Some of my employees got 2% through those negotiations. They didn't even get 3% across the board as this whole county did. Because of the negotiating back and forth on the spot, and did not, Wayne, you did not hold your word behind closed doors. What I stated to you, with the fact that you and this entire panel were hearing my plea, if you will, for these employees taking on what they're taking on and the responsibilities that they're taking on, the duties that they're taking on, those increases were not granted. And my words to this entire board that day was, if the proposals are not granted, I am not prepared to abolish a position because someone has to fulfill that at a wage because you're not being granted the wage to do it. Maybe this county is more important than putting their money behind brick and mortar, putting your name on a building, than behind their valuable employees.
Ms. Boney, you are correct. You, by your inaction of not making that motion in January, you withdrew that motion because it was a jigsaw puzzle or almost Jenga blocks Everything was dependent upon other actions. That position was abolished contrary to your wishes and your needs. So for the record.
Okay, let's move on.
The next item is the report of executive sessions held.
There was
Am
one
I not allowed
executive.
to make my motions?
It's coming up. It's coming up. We're a little out of
You're out of
sequence.
line.
Yeah, we're all out of.
Okay, there was one held on September 7th, 2021 at 3:30 PM.
Okay, next item, clerk of courts, Mrs. Boney?
I'd like to make a motion to change the rate of one bench warrant clerk from $12.07 per hour, grade 5, step C, to $11.38 per hour, grade 5, step A, effective September 9th, 2021.
Second.
Mrs. Boney?
I'd like to have discussion on that. I've heard a lot of people, what they were talking here, and my view, I think, is right from the beginning. I think salary board should go back to it again. Why are we having salary board every month? And I just don't get it. I mean, I really don't. I think even the controller, like we're trying to put a budget together that we know exactly what everything is. And even if if we're having salary board discussion in executive session, we never take a vote on anything like that. If you take the impression off of that, because I tell you what, we have 403 employees, and everyone is valuable. It doesn't matter which one it is. Everyone got to buy the same tomato. Everybody got to buy the same potato. And if I could give everybody $3 an hour raise, I would gladly do it because I think everybody is worth it. But this here going in between all the time, adding and subtracting, like this is unbelievable. Like how this is operating here. We should have it that when it's in the budget, and there were things where people got 3% or 6%, or they might even got 9%. And whatever happened 5-6 years ago, I was never privy to that. So I don't want to be carried into that conversation where somebody else told you, because I never told anybody they were getting a raise, in executive session or not. And I hear everybody, but my voice is right here at this public meeting, and that's where my opinion is. And like I said, if I could give everybody $2 to $3 a raise, I'd be raising my hand for that motion right away. But we have to sort of contain these things, just like you said with the building project. We're going into building projects that if it's going to escalate our budget, and we're going to be increasing this, and I said, I see everybody else here. Like if we increase one, this could be subject to $50,000, $60,000 as it progresses. And the way that it's run, I think we have to have it that this salary study is done. And I tell you what, and I've seen salary studies, people are not going to like it because the ones at the top are going to get frozen and the ones at the bottom will probably get a raise. So how are we actually even going to do that? It probably won't happen. This salary study, and I think on merit, how do we do it on merit? And like I said, Tyra, I mean, she's an excellent employee. I mean, I'm not taking that away from her at all. Excellent. But how do we do this? I mean, there's no way of doing it. I think once this salary study is over, if we would get it before the budget goes through, that we finalize that in December or January, that if we could review that and say, yeah, maybe it comes out and at her level, she should be getting $22 an hour. I don't know at this time. It could come back, we could give her 20 now and it's only 19 in the study. I don't know. And that's where I'm at. And I go back to it. We have 403 employees and everyone is important to me.
I agree.
Okay.
Can I comment, please?
Go ahead.
You had stated that why are we having these salary meetings mid-year? The reason for that is my office has lost many employees, not to my management, I have resignations of proof of that, but to $6 increases elsewhere. I'm not gonna begrudge anyone from moving on for bettering themselves or their family.
Mm-hmm.
However, if they were given the opportunity to stay in this county, they would have stayed here. Maybe not for the equivalent wages, but for a compromise.
Right.
You cannot take the knowledge base in this office and throw it out the door without compensating these people need to be compensated to retain them. I can't stress that enough. And if you think you're going to get somebody off the street to walk into this office and be able to run this office, you're sadly mistaken. The knowledge of this office is probably the complex office out of all these row offices. I was first deputy for 2 years in an office. It doesn't even compare to this office. That's why there's a staff of 9, because of the volume of work, the amount of time we spend in a courtroom, the amount of time we prepare orders for judges. The list goes on and on of the knowledge that is needed to work in this office.
Right.
That's why we have our entry-level positions. They're entry-level is deserving of an employee that has no base whatsoever coming in here, because you need that time to build. But if this county is willing to throw away a valuable key employee for the sake of a few dollars, I feel sorry for this county, because you're going to be hurting in a couple of years.
Well, there's clearly a philosophical difference between those of us sitting up here on the dais, right? Everyone gets an award compared to merit-based. Everyone gets a trophy. Everyone deserves $2 to $3 raise. That's wrong. How can we do merit-based? Well, it's about an effective evaluation system. It's not a system that we currently have in the county where the current chief, right, Ellie, is expected to evaluate 21 department heads a year. That's how you do merit-based. You have an effective evaluation system that is implemented and is fair, and people are honest with the high performers and the low performers.
I have one more comment. In the beginning of January 2020, our Mr. Severchek, our new controller, Donna Gentile, our new recorder of deeds, both came in here and told their first deputies, you're going, but you're going to train my new first deputy for a month before you are leaving. Both of those new employees saw the writing on the wall, one of them being Mr. Gerhardt's sister. Those employees saw how little wages they were being paid for the amount of work both of those employees were going to be doing. They walked, and they both hired back their former first deputies. You're not going to find this kind of knowledge in somebody off the street.
We have a motion.
Yeah, we have a motion properly second.
This again is for.
Right.
This is for.
The decrease in
This is
salary.
for
Right.
bench-
The decrease in salary.
Benchmark.
Yeah.
We just had a debate on the
Yeah.
next.
Right.
Yes.
So we should be able to move quickly through.
Okay, so this is on a decrease.
Okay, so Mrs. Boney.
Yes.
Mr. Severchek.
Yes.
Mr. Arner.
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich.
Yes.
Mr. Notstein.
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion to change the rate of one first deputy from $19.46 per hour, grade S5 step G, to $21.90 per hour, grade S5 step K, effective September 9th, 2021.
Proudly move to second the motion to change the rate of this high-performing employee.
Mrs. Boney.
Yes.
Mr. Severchek.
No.
Mr. Arner.
No.
Mr. Lukasevich.
Absolutely, yes.
Mr. Notstein.
No.
I'd like to make a motion to change the rate of one first deputy from $19.46 per hour, grade S5 step G, to $21.26 per hour, grade step 5 step J, effective September 9th, 2021.
I will move to change that rate. However, I believe that individual is being undercompensated at the rate you're requesting. That's a second.
Mrs. Boney.
Yes.
Mr. Severchek.
No.
Mr. Arner.
No.
Mr. Lukasevich.
Yes.
Mr. Notstein.
No.
I'd like to make a motion to change the rate of one first deputy from $19.46 per hour, grade S5 step G, to $20.64 per hour, grade S5 step I, effective September 9th, 2021.
Move to second the motion. Again, I emphasize that this individual will be underpaid at the rate that's being proposed.
Mrs. Boney.
Yes.
Mr. Severchek.
No.
Mr. Arner.
No.
Mr. Lukasevich.
Yes.
Mr. Notstein.
No.
That's all I have.
Okay. Move on.
Next item, the Commissioner's Office. Establish the position of one administrative assistant at $13.84 per hour, a grade 9, step A, effective September 9th, 2021.
Motion established.
Second.
Mr. Severchek.
Yes.
Mr. Arner.
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich.
Yes.
Mr. Notstein.
Yes.
Parking. Establish the position of one parking administrator / senior technician at $16.30 per hour, grade S5, step A, effective September 9th, 2021.
Move to establish.
Second.
Mr. Severcek?
Yes.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes. Any further business for the salary board? Hearing none, meeting adjourned, and we'll reconvene our commissioners' meeting at this time.
Next item is the personnel report.
Move to approve.
No, I'll second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Correspondence was received as listed. Copies will be made available to the press upon request. Children and Youth for approval and execution, fiscal year 2021-2022 purchase of service agreement with Renaissance Psychological and Counseling Corporation of Kingston, Pennsylvania, as per the attached rates.
Motion to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Communications for approval and execution, an amendment to the agreement with Tyler Technologies Incorporated to update the computer-aided dispatch server, removal of New World dashboard and replace with Performance dashboard software. Annual maintenance of $2,948.05 reflects the cost the county already paid. There is no maintenance increase.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Courts for approval and execution, an agreement with Pentella Data to set up a telephone service for the jury call-in telephone system with a cost of a one-time setup fee of $80.50 and monthly reoccurring fee of $64.25.
Motion to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Juvenile Court for approval and execution, a fiscal year 2021-2022 grant and aid award notification from Juvenile Court Judges Commission for salary reimbursement of the Juvenile Court Office for the term of July 1, 2021 to June 30th, 2022. Estimated revenue, $69,300.
Motion to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Parking. For approval and execution, a quote received from Dawn's Auto and Golf Cart Car Repair Incorporated of Lehighton, Pennsylvania, to purchase an electric golf cart to be utilized in the county parking lot at a total cost of $9,500, which includes a 2-year warranty.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Next item, the Recorder of Deeds, Agreement Reynolds Business Systems. First, I would ask, would you entertain a motion to amend the agenda that was publicly advertised, specifically item number 21-431? The cost was incorrectly listed due to a clerical error. The correct amount is $427,098.07.
Motion to approve at the correction.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Next item is the approval of the amended agenda item number 21-431, request from Recorder of Deeds for an agreement with Reynolds Business Systems of Emmaus, Pennsylvania, to convert all books and microfiche files to a digital format at a cost of $427,098.07. This is CoStar's contract number 009-058 and funded through the American Rescue Plan County Recovery Funds.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
RFP, request for proposals for public auction services for the COG and the county. Proposals are due by 3:30 p.m. on Friday, October 8th, 2021.
Motion to ratify.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
The solicitor's report?
Thank you. Parks and Recreation for ratification, a banner permit request submitted for Weatherly Hill Climb Association for the Weatherly Hill Climb, September 18th and 19th, 2021. The banner request September 6th through September 20, 2021.
Move to ratify.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
for Parks for approval and execution, special activities agreement for use of Josiah White Park, along with gazebo and banner requests, is submitted for Jim Thorpe Tourism Agency for the Jim Thorpe Foliage Festival, October 2nd, 3rd, 9th, 10th, 16th, 17th, 23rd, and 24th of 2021. The banner request is September 27, 2021 to October 27, 2021, pending receipt of certificate of insurance.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
For approval and execution, a revision to the special activities agreement submitted for use of Josiah White Park, along with requests for his gazebo, submitted by New England Valley Mennonite Church of Tamaqua, previously approved to be held on August 28, 2021, now requesting September 26, 2021, for a street meeting, a cappella singing, and Bible teaching.
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Nothing further.
Any further business?
Under further business, just want to remind everyone that we will have a 9/11 program tomorrow morning at 8:45 a.m. in Josiah White Park.
Commissioners' reports, Mr. Arner?
The only thing I have is in light of getting your award, thank you again on behalf of the commissioners. And I do have one thing, I don't know if everybody's seen it. There's gonna, for our veterans food distribution that is being done, there's gonna be a registration Sunday, September 12th, which is this Sunday, at the American Legion Post, 314 Veterans Avenue, Lehighton, and it's from noon till 2. And that's it.
That was rescheduled, unfortunately. It was not advertised like it should have been. There's a breakdown in communications with the media, I believe, and it was a very poor turnout. So this was rescheduled, and it will be a monthly distribution. So I don't have the dates on those. I don't know if Mr. Arner does. So.
Well, I think once the sign up, and like they determine how many we have, then that's when they're gonna set the date and try to, they have to have the volunteers to do it. So it's gonna be one day of the month, but I don't know which day of the month or which week it's gonna be.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yeah, I continue to hear positive stories of the impact of the county's emergency rental assistance program. And we were made aware this week of an additional, what's being called ERAP 2, so Emergency Rental Assistance Program 2, of an additional $1.337 million on top of the original $4.2 million we had. So that's all I have today.
Mr. Notstein?
I have nothing further today. Meeting adjourned. At this time, would you like to join us up here, Carol? Okay. We have a fill-in for Lisa today. Carol?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
Morning.
Doctors in my life, come here in my life. Good morning, everyone. All right. This is the agenda for the election board meeting of September 9th, 2021. Approve minutes from election board meeting held on August 12th, 2021.
Motion approved.
Second.
Roll call vote. Arner?
Oops. Mr. Lukasevich.
Sure, I'll say yeah. Sure.
She's new at this.
Mr. Honor.
Yes.
Mr. Nelson.
Yes. Usually, just for your information, usually goes from a minority, goes first.
Ah,
Okay?
thank you.
So, yeah, we try to ignore it.
It's the majority.
It depends on the, right.
Not that it really matters. We're doing good.
So much on this vote, but on
Thank you so much. All right.
Guests concerning election board business at this time. Any guests? Hearing none, we'll move on.
All right. Next item is approve the following polling place change for the November election from the Diligent Fire Company to the Tolman House on Race Street.
I would, I'll make a statement first. Well, no, let's take
We have to make
I'll
the
make the
motion.
motion first.
Okay,
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it then.
Okay.
Okay.
On
Go ahead,
discussion, what we're concerned about in this facility right now is, the first thing I think is more or less the changing of the election polls in the middle of an election for one thing. And I think we'd like to see it stay, at least this election, at the Diligence Fire Company on Center Avenue. There's another concern with some parking too, you know, the number of cars. So that's why we made the motion, and we'll take a vote on whether we approve it or not to make the move. I think the consensus would be that we're concerned about moving in the middle of election and confusing people even more than they are when they go to vote.
Yeah, and I will add, it is ill-advised to make any modification absent, compelling reasons halfway through an election cycle, given the potential to disenfranchise voter, and that could potentially and unduly influence the outcome of election. We've seen extremely close elections in the primary, and even one disenfranchised voter is not worth any movement of polling places mid voting cycle.
But the motion is to approve it, so that's what you're voting.
Yes.
Yes.
So roll call vote. Mr. Honor?
No.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Given that I have publicly endorsed the re-election of Tyra Boney for the office of Clerk of Courts and will continue to invest my time, money, and effort to keep ill-prepared and experienced and immature individuals from offices of critical importance to the residents of Carbon County and beyond, and to reinforce my position and statement that just because it's not illegal doesn't make it morally correct, I'll abstain.
Mr. Notstein?
No.
The following places will be going back to their original district effective November 2nd, 2021 for the municipal election. Franklin Township Independent, District 11, will be returning to St. Matthew's Lutheran Church on 222 Church Street. Mahoning Township, Packard and Jamestown, District 38, will be returning to Zion Lutheran Church on 34 Pine Street. New ID cards will be mailed to registered voters to reflect the updated locations.
Motion approved.
Second.
Discussion. Again, it is ill-advised to make any modifications of voting places absent very compelling reasons halfway through an election cycle, given the potential to disenfranchise voters and unduly influence the outcome of an election. And as we learned in the primary election, elections can be very close. So even one disenfranchised voter is one too many.
Take the roll call.
A roll call vote?
Yeah, wait, still undecided on this one because we are moving back to the original polling place. In the other case, it was a new facility. So I'm a little up in the air. I understand what you're saying,
It
so.
was 3 elections ago when we moved, right?
Yeah.
This will be the 4th election in these same places if we don't move them.
So may I comment, please?
Yes.
So to speak to Mr. Lukasevich's point, we have located and moved voters who are familiar with going with their original polling places. They have been going out of their way for a number of temporary elections, and they would prefer to go back to their original polling districts and polling offices.
And what percentage of people have been polled that gave you that data?
I don't have that number for you right now,
Right.
but I will get it for you.
Right, so it's anecdotal evidence. It's not a formal poll was conducted, and 51% of the electorate in a polling place said they prefer to go back.
Correct.
Okay, just to clarify.
And I think that comes back to like our first motion, if we're denying it to one,
Right.
should we deny it to all of them?
Yeah, but I think
Yeah.
part of
Yeah,
the
I
point
know,
is,
and-
they used to be
well-
at Marion Hose Bar on this one.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
And I mean, I voted in Franklin, and I can see the thing, it's like, maybe it's too jam-packed up at the fire company where they were, and maybe a little bit of relief there to help out.
Right, yeah.
It is a little bit of a different
Right,
situation, but
yeah.
it looks like we're okaying one and not okaying the other.
Yeah.
It's not, yeah, I know.
And I don't know, we are a high transmission rate. Movements were made because of the threat of COVID-19.
Yeah.
We're back CDC. I checked. We are red. We are in the highest transmission category.
Yeah.
So, I think that has to at least be considered in it,
And the reason for moving is separate.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Okay,
That's
talk me
a tough
into
one.
it.
Okay. Don't forget I'm the majority.
Right.
So you gotta ask that first. No, okay.
Clarification, because I didn't know why it was moved back and forth. for the first
Before
Yeah.
was, I think
It
because
was
of
because of
COVID.
Yeah, a lot of it was
COVID
COVID
reasons.
because,
Okay,
Right.
because if you're
Yeah.
looking at this blindly,
Yeah,
you
it
don't know
is
why it was
different,
moved in
yeah.
the
Yeah.
first place.
It
Right,
is different.
yeah.
This is going back to original, so,
Yeah.
yeah,
All right, roll call vote.
yes,
All right, Mr. Honor.
yes.
Mr. Lukasevich.
yeah.
And again, clarify the motion that's on the table to make sure I'm voting correctly. Is it to move them back?
Move
or
them back.
The following
Vote no.
places will be going back to their original district
No.
polling places.
Okay.
Mr. Nostine.
I'll vote yes. Yeah. Okay, any further business for election board?
I do have one further item. The Department of State website has a new URL, vote.pa.gov. And the details were provided to the press.
Okay.
The previous URL, votespa.com, will redirect automatically to the new URL, but we wanted to make sure that folks are aware of the change. Thank you.
Piece of public information,
Yep.
so.
Nothing
Okay.
further.
All right.
Nothing further. Okay, hearing no further business, meeting adjourned. Okay, who wants to go first today, Alex?
Guess it's up to me. Let's see. Oh, so I just want to clarify, so the food bank registration thing on the 12th, that's specifically just for like registration to show like,
Yes, it's just for the registration.
so do we have any more of an idea of like how many people are gonna be interested in that?
Well, I don't know, there's a lot of them that are interested, but I think with the advertising wasn't the greatest, and there was a lot of people, I mean, I got comments from Weatherly that they wanted to sign up, and some from Lehighton, and they just missed the date. That's why Sunday is gonna be the new one, because they had the sign-ups and only 2 people signed up. So hopefully, we were projecting at least to start with 25, which I think we have, but they just missed the registration, because I even got phone calls here, like, when's the registration, and it was after when it was, so hopefully this will correct everything.
Gotcha. And then, where was it? We're purchasing a golf cart for the county lot. Is that maybe something new? What's that for?
Well, I think, right, it's 0.88 miles from one end to the other, and so a lot of wear and tear on the knees of our
people.
employees, and again, to ensure they can move around with much more mobility to assist the visitors.
To be blunt, a lot of our employees in the parking lot are elderly.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, and I know one in particular has problems walking, so, and when you have people my age walking in the parking lot in all kinds of weather too.
Yeah.
Okay,
I might
Wayne, don't
add.
make yourself that young, they're all younger than you.
When I turned 60,
Oh, it's a
No.
long walk for my knees too.
Right.
It is. And then I just wanted to ask for an update on the animal shelter stuff, as far as like improvements there and the advisory.
Everything's pretty well done, we're just waiting for that shelter yet. They said they shipped it to us, we got delivery, but we did not get delivery of it. So that's about it. I mean, the parking's done, and I think with our new board, they're gonna put things together, so it's going pretty good.
Let me back up 1 second as far as the golf cart as well. There's times where.
You
they're
said go-kart.
stacking-
Golf cart.
Yeah,
Golf
watch it, or they'll take it
Yeah.
literally.
They'll be racing.
That's what we'll see.
Racing up and down. But we're only getting one, so one should win. But the golf cart is a little truck bed type, because these people do move cones, et cetera, and everything, and it's, those aren't that light either. And to carry maybe, 2 they could probably handle, but when you get 3, 4, they get pretty heavy. So and there's more than one reason as well for the golf carts. Golf, G-O-L.
Right, yeah. Alyssa, also, I think on the Animal Shelter Advisory Commission, we've made our final decision on the composition, the individuals. However, we were directed from the chief clerk to provide some input for some policy or some guidance for them. So we're waiting, I think September 20th was our suspense date to Ellie. And then once we get the guidance that we're originally going to put out, then sometime shortly thereafter, we'll be making a public announcement as to who has been selected and reconfirm their desire to
Yeah,
attend.
and we had a lot of good,
Great.
great
Yeah.
turnout on applications and kind of talked about, on some of them, okay.
It's hard.
One reason over the other.
Yep.
We each picked so many and, most of them were the same and for the same reason, but a lot of qualified
quality.
people. I don't know if there was any bad ones in the
No,
whole
there wasn't.
batch.
It was all.
And I think we had 11
11 or 12. yep.
applications, and they were for 1, 2, or 3 year terms.
Yeah.
So we could rotate. But, they were all great applicants, really were.
So how many people are gonna be on the board again? 5, that's what I thought, okay, cool. I think
Well,
that's-
1 year, 1 year, 2, 2, and 2 3s.
Got it. Cool, I think I'm
Okay.
good.
Anything else? Okay.
I have a question for you, for the media.
All right,
I got a
let's
lot
hear
of
it.
phone calls about you.
Uh-oh.
Why were you standing in the rushing water with a pair of boots on? And what my answer was, I gave to him, I said, you're trying to hype it up like the Weather Channel does to really make it look weather exciting. So, everybody called me, they're going, why is she standing in that water with boots? She's gonna get washed down the river.
Why are they calling you? You have enough to deal with, you should be calling me. No, I was only a few inches in. So, but I said to Ryan Scheit, our videographer, I was like, these people who go water rafting are nuts.
Oh my
I
God.
was standing a few inches in, and and it's not
Oh,
even
yeah.
going with the current, and I could still feel like
You
the
kept doing
strength.
retakes, I noted too, so it wasn't, you stood there for a long time.